We are going to eat duck neck flavored potato chips, Brian.
Yeah, I know. I've been tormented with this for weeks, and it's time to record episode 147 this week, where we're going to get these out of the way. It's going to be horrible. It's going to ruin the whole holiday season, but that's fine.
It's a day at the beach, Brian. We're going to have Chesapeake Bay crab. We're going to have shrimp and seafood sauce. We're going to have ducks. All
Because everyone who goes to the beach just eats everything they see, all the animals around. Yeah.
I mean, there's people that go to the woods and shoot the animals they see. This isn't that different.
Them right then and there.
Well, yeah. I mean, they do. I mean, they're like, if you're a wolf, maybe.
Yeah, well, okay.
We're seagulls. We're a flock of seagulls. This is Flock of Seagulls
week. 80s band.
You don't have the hair for it.
No, but maybe we can grow it out in 2021
and do the swoopies. I mean, Danny might be able to get a little bit of a swoopy, but he won't get the full flock of eagles. Oh well.
Yeah. So I'm excited about. We have the Snickers Brownie bars this week. I'm excited about that. And then, yeah, I guess we're. I mean, we'll get to this, I guess, when we do the episode. I think we maybe lost Danny for a moment here.
I know. We're not going to pause yet because he won't know we're paused, even though he's paused.
We'll give him. Oh, you know what? The first time he's not interrupting.
That's true.
But we also have.
Oh.
There he is.
Back. Hello. Oh no, he's gone. But we also
You're the host
have
now, Brian. It says
the international and the U.S. Milky Ways that we're going to compare, which I'm excited for. Hi, Heather. How are you doing today?
Just for those watching while we're waiting for Danny, I'm going to let you all know that Studio Cat was extremely interested in one of these chips. So it should be interesting when we get to them.
Well, hello, Heather Baldwin. We have dueling Heathers today. Welcome back, Danny.
We do. And I am back.
Yes, you are.
That was fun.
Danny, did you want to just describe, because we're all festive, did you want to describe your festive look, or do you just want
as the resident Jew, I am just coming back from a very late night Hanukkah party. I think Hanukkah might be done. Whatever. I'm a fancy Jew. That's all you need to know.
All right.
Who doesn't like virtual backgrounds?
I have a sparkle scarf that nobody can see the sparkles, but you can see the snowman, so that's
fine. We can imagine the sparkles.
Yeah. All right. So, Danny, we did the little preview here, so I think we're ready to get going.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We're so proud of you for pausing, but then you were just frozen.
This is the Food Scientist Podcast. I am your host, Amy Zajac. I am here with Brian Pierce.
Hello, everyone.
And Danny Sussman.
Hello, fine world. Happy holidays.
As we record this, it is the weekend before Christmas, and we are into Hanukkah season. And for everybody else, happy Kwanzaa, happy solstice, or just happy whatever day you're listening to this.
Happy December to everyone.
Happy end of 2020.
Happy being alive and listening to us. We like when you listen to us.
Yeah, we like when you watch us too.
Yeah.
Or whatever, if you interact with us in a different way. We like when you interact with us.
We just like attention. Let's just get to the root of it, okay?
I mean, if you don't want to listen or watch and just want to taste, I mean, statistically, one of us will be okay.
What kind of show are you doing here? What?
It's a podcast. Okay. It's a taste cast. We have food.
Moving on, we will have our news and experiences. Then we have the new Snickers brownie bar. We've got some more interesting, in the Minnesota sense of the word, chips from Danny. And we're going
you just blame me? They're spicy duck neck potato chips. Blame Lay's potato chips and blame China. These are the China chips. This is not Danny's
I blame you
chips.
for bringing them to us, but we will eat them gladly.
Yeah.
We will eat them. I don't know how glad I will be, but I'll eat them.
Then we're going to have dueling Milky Ways, the U.S. and international. So hopefully we'll end on a good note there.
Well, they gotta be better than the duck chips and the crabs. He's bringing us crabs here.
That's American. That's Chesapeake Bay crab. That is a delicacy. Maybe less so in potato chip form, but us believes that Chesapeake Bay crab is the potato chip people want. So we'll eat it.
Might be.
And in Thailand, Lay's believes in shrimp and seafood sauce, and we're gonna have that too.
I know as I was getting things laid out here, they're all sealed up, but something I can already catch a whiff of something seafoodish.
Maybe it's the Snickers.
I just know Studio Cat is very interested in the crab chips. So when we get to those, I might be having a fight over here.
Well, let's get to the news.
But yeah, let's get to the news.
Okay, well, I have been remiss here because I've been meaning to say this for weeks, and I'm saying it just in time, I think. We need to do our annual warning about the Oreo candy canes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
because they are awful. They are just the worst thing. I have been asked by 2 people this season alone, like, what do you think of these? And I just have to say, these are the devil in candy cane format. It is the truest Oreo if there ever was one.
Yeah.
So avoid the Oreo candy canes, even if you find them on clearance next week.
I just say they are so bad that I've noticed this year. There's a lot of interesting candy canes. There's Fruit Loops. There's Jelly Belly. I think there's Starburst. There's a lot of branded candy canes. We got so burned by the Oreo candy canes. We don't touch any of them now.
Nope.
Like, no, like you'd be like, oh, did you see these? That there's this kind of candy cane. We're like, yep, we don't do them because those Oreo ones, like.
I mean, that was one of our first episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're totally not over it. 147 episodes later.
We're still bitter. Not as bitter as the candy canes, but we're bitter.
Ooh, yeah, no, we are.
Nope. Okay, well, I have some Rice Krispie Treats news. For those that don't make the Rice Krispie Treats and just buy them from the store, they're coming out with a new home style version, which apparently are 50% larger and have extra marshmallow. They will be available in the original and chocolate in January.
Now, my question about the home style ones is, did they bury the lead here? And what they're really saying is that they have found a way to package Rice Krispie Treats and get rid of that weird chemical flavor that you only get in them.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be in a foil wrapping. It looks like a more plastic wrapping, and I think the foil wrapping is like half the problem.
Because to me, that's the big difference between the home style, like making them at home and buying them in the package, is that weird chemical taste.
Well,
and I've actually come to love it, but...
Oh, I do not love it. No, it's that preservative tasting, like, And here's the thing. It's 50% bigger, so of course there are going to be more marshmallows. So, like, that's...
Well,
yeah, there's also...
looking at
it's more marshmallows and more Rice Krispies.
Yeah, like when I say, oh,
it's bigger.
Made with more Rice Krispies. Of course it is. Is it air? Is it hollow? No.
Well, I think the additional volume is the marshmallow. Looking at the picture of the packaging, which hopefully I'll remember to share on our social media.
I mean, it's better than a hot dog that says now with 50% more meat.
It looks like they're just not stirring it as well, and there's marshmallow pockets and big pieces of marshmallow in it.
Mm.
Yeah, so, like something that is just okay to begin with. I don't need more of it, to be honest. Unless they change the recipe, then we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try it.
I mean, I think we have 140 episodes of we'll try anything.
Exactly.
Case in
point,
it's probably neck chips.
I did just get a shipment of packing peanuts, so we could always go back to those.
Yep. Such naive days where we thought, well, Danny never thought they were bad, but where I thought that was bad. Then I ate other things for this podcast.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're longing for packing peanuts.
Yeah, for a while, our mark was, is it better or worse than a packing peanut? And now it's like there are so many worse things than packing peanuts out there. We don't even.
They're just cornstarch. They just, and they dissolve in your mouth. It's over quickly.
We should say the edible packing peanuts. We ate the edible packing.
Not the styrofoam ones. The cornstarch, biodegradable packing peanuts.
And maybe I shouldn't say the edible ones. The non-toxic ones are the ones we ate.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not advertised as edible. They're advertised as biodegradable.
I mean, technically, you can eat them. So if you can eat it. I mean, it's not like a packet of silicone gel, the silicone gel that says "do not eat." Like they don't say "don't eat it." So,
there are a lot of things that they don't say "don't eat" that we don't.
Yeah, I don't think my scarf says "don't eat," but I'm not going to eat it.
Well,
I don't go outside and eat grass and dirt.
You could.
I could, but I don't.
Pick. If I took a foraging class and they were very clear, like there are things like you can pick clovers and other stuff you can eat. Don't eat anything within like 3 feet of a walking path because that's the dog zone.
that's also kind of common sense.
I think we
Yeah.
should move on. I think we have other news.
We
Yeah,
do have other news.
for us.
I mean, we could talk about which dirt you should and shouldn't
No.
eat. So
That'll be a themed
Pepsi,
episode. Well, a special, very
Yeah.
special episode.
Yeah.
yeah. So Pepsi has a flavor coming out of the Pepsi test kitchen, and it's interesting for two reasons. One, the flavor itself, and two, the veiled shot that it is at their competitor. Because they're coming out with Pepsi Cocoa Cola. Not Coca-Cola, Cocoa Cola.
Which is a shame because how amazing would Coca Cola sound saying? Like, I would say that.
I mean, it certainly can't be worse than vanilla Coca-Cola. That stuff is horrible.
But that's not good to say. But Coca Cola.
What's going to be Coco Pepsi Cola?
Yeah.
PepsiCo now stands for Pepsi Coco.
So, they're calling it Pepsi Cocoa Cola.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like a merger. But this version of it has chocolate and marshmallow flavor in with the usual Pepsi.
I actually think it might work because Pepsi's pretty sweet. And so it just kind of all the sweetness together.
Yeah,
I don't know.
think it will work too. I've had a chocolate soda before from a ice cream place.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I don't know if that's like going to be a go-to flavor for me, but
I feel like the name is better than the drink. Like, I feel like somebody in marketing was like, Coca-Cola. And they're all like, at Pepsi were like, and they're like, and they mentioned it over to somebody in food science, and they were like, oh, I bet I could do that. And so then they're like, ha ha ha, for your team meeting, I cooked you up a little batch of this Coca-Cola. Then some executive tasted it and was like, let's do this. And all of a sudden, here it is.
And
It's
it's a
great
limited
trolling.
edition.
Yeah.
yeah, I have to
So
give
that's
them that. Great trolling. So good job,
Yeah.
Pepsi. Oh, you know what? I should say, while I think of it, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the apple pie Pepsi that they were coming out with, that they announced.
Yeah.
This was a limited edition, so limited, it was just for a special contest they were running. Like 10 people got to try it.
So it's like
don't
the
look for that.
potato chip big cups. It exists, but not really.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there, if there was a press release that got out that shouldn't have or what, but don't be looking for that unless the people that won the contest rave about it, I guess. I don't know.
I still have not tried the two special like Sprite flavors that I bought. They're just sitting on my counter.
Well, instead of talking about experiences we haven't had, has anybody had a food experience? Because I haven't, so
I was trying this week, no.
I had one. I ordered I brought in dinner one night, and I got a giant piece of chocolate cake with it, chocolate layer cake. Very good. It was so big that I didn't eat all of it as dessert because I was full.
what?
Whoa. We don't use that kind of language on this show, young man.
I had already eaten like an entire pizza, and half of it was fine. Believe me, my figure was not at risk. But what it meant is that I had chocolate cake left over at breakfast the next morning. And so I had cake for breakfast. And let me tell you something, it made me feel things that I wasn't expecting. It made me really miss muffins. I realized that, like, I don't ever, like, do you ever buy muffins just to have a muffin around the house? No, you're going to, like, have, like, a cake or a cupcake.
You know what? I used to have a Costco membership, and they had gigantic muffins that were really good, but I had to stop buying them because one time you could tell they were fresh because there was a fly just buzzing around in the packaging. So I haven't bought any since then.
Yeah, so, like, when, in the before times, my office they would have great muffins from this bakery in, like, Greater Minnesota. There was a snickerdoodle muffin that I love. But, because that's not even a muffin, that's a cupcake. But it just reminded me that muffins are not really like a breakfast food. They're cake disguised as a breakfast food. And having cake for breakfast it made me long for muffins. Not so much that I would go out and, like, buy a muffin for breakfast, because I'm going out to do that. I'm getting a donut. It was
Well,
just
that's
like,
what I was gonna. I know your whole thing here is about how you missed muffins, but do you not have cake for breakfast? Have you not done that before?
I I don't really have a lot of. I mean, the thing is to have cake that like sticks around long enough to make it for till
Well,
breakfast.
as a kid, we used to do this. If our parents let us, it was like after somebody's birthday, you wouldn't, there was leftover cake. I mean, I was a kid. I couldn't stop that, right? But then the next morning, we could have cake for breakfast.
Oh, I want to grow up in your house.
Yeah, I
That's
couldn't even have
definitely not
freaking.
Cake
I
for
couldn't even
breakfast,
have.
pie for breakfast, Thanksgiving dinner for breakfast. You know, anything that's left over was for breakfast. Not all the time.
I couldn't even.
Possibility.
I couldn't even have Cookie Crisp for breakfast, let alone
That's
cake.
true. I forgot about that. You had no sugar cereal.
No, I didn't even have sugar cereal. Like Kix was my sugar cereal.
I mean, I say why not? If you can have donuts and cupcakes in the morning.
Exactly. When
I
even
am
a
actually-
waffle. I mean, come on.
I do have Belgian waffles all the time.
Okay.
But that's a separate thing. I just miss muffins, okay? And that was
Yeah.
my experience. I was sad
When
because
you
I
said
missed
that,
muffins.
I can't remember the last time I had a muffin.
I know, and I bet if you had one, you'd be like, oh, I don't know why it's been so... Like, muffins are... I didn't even realize how underappreciated they are.
Yeah.
Or as I sometimes call them, they're just unfrosted cupcakes.
Yeah.
But still delightful.
You know what? I remember I did have an experience this week that I maybe shouldn't share, but I will.
Oh, these are the best ones, Brian. Please tell
Um,
me it doesn't involve Denny's.
No, oh no.
Thank God.
No. I was tempted once, I think during our little downtime a month ago, but they raised their prices, so they're like super expensive now. It's like, no, the only
Wait,
thing you had going.
what? So like now it's like $4?
It was like $15 for like pancakes and eggs and hash browns. It's like, no, Denny's, who do you think you are?
It was a rip off at a third of that.
Right, like $5 was like, I'm gonna regret this, but $5, hey.
Yeah, right, $5. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2020. Sometimes you gotta do things for self-care. You gotta do things for your mental health, and that might involve a little stress eating if it's called for. So I was making just a little snack, a little peanut butter sandwich, and I decided it needed a little something, and I was, feeling a little feisty. So I added a little ingredient.
The whole jar of peanut butter?
No, that would be a really feisty.
Okay.
I'm just going to say this is not as bad as it sounds, and I kind of liked it too much. Adding caramel popcorn to a peanut butter sandwich and just toasting it a little bit, not bad. Not bad.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You're actually doing food science now, Brian.
Yeah.
That's
You know what that
really
is?
fun with it.
That's what you do when you're not sophisticated enough to just have some honey around the house.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't have honey yet.
I know you wouldn't. I'm like, you don't have honey. I'm like, you should try that. Just put a little honey on there. It does the same thing, but like without the shame.
Yeah. So, what's that, Amy?
I said there's shame in popcorn. I didn't know that.
No, there's shame in putting caramel popcorn on your peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
But putting honey on it, people aren't like, you did what?
I mean, there's honey peanut butter, so that's not too
I
far.
know, right.
And honey roasted peanuts. And yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, honey is like the classy way.
Okay. Well, should we move on with our tasting and reviews?
Yeah, I'm very excited for these.
We have this Snickers peanut brownie bar.
You know what I do? I am mad though, because they put right on there 90 calories per square. Like, I don't need my candy doing that. And they did that, but then they also, I mean, like, they kind of like lead you down the road that it's going on, because then they do say 180 calories per serving.
Yeah, because it's
But
two
that's
squares per serving.
Right, and there's
you get
4
4
squares in the package, which they also put a big 4 on here. So they're really like laying it out there for you.
It smells delightful, so I'm just going to dive in here.
I could see a square being a serving, though. That's a decent size.
That's a serving for you, maybe.
Yeah,
or
not
a
for me.
bird.
Well,
No.
it is good, though. I guess it's a little chocolatier than a regular Snickers.
There is brownie in there.
Mm-hmm. That is really
No.
good.
I don't really think it's brownies, chocolate nougat. Right?
I don't know.
I think it's brownie. Maybe.
It says brownie on the package. I mean, it's not cakey.
I'm not getting the texture of brownie whatsoever. I'm getting the nougat texture.
Well, whatever it is, it works for me. You know what I don't like? I don't like. Amy kind of alluded to it. That whole like one square could be a serving thing. I really hate when my candies do that to me. Even Twix, it's kind of an extreme. Like where you have two, it's like just give me one so I can eat the whole thing. Don't make me be like, oh, I shouldn't, but I kind of want to. Or should I wait? Like, give me a plain old big old Snickers bar and like. As I learned early on, right, Snickers was designed to be sliced and be served that way.
Yep.
Yeah. Or
But an adult just like down the hatch.
Yeah, or like Kit Kat, break it off so you can share. I'm not sure.
The only reason it's okay for a peanut butter cup is because, like, the ratio of everything is perfect, and you actually know that they're doing you a favor by only putting 2 in the package. Like,
Maybe.
Snickers is making me feel bad by putting 4 in there, because I don't necessarily want 4 of these, but I'll eat 4 of
You're
those.
going to eat 4 of them. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
You're opening it. It's either eat them or share. I'm going to eat them.
It'd be awfully rich to eat all 4. I could definitely eat 2 though.
I bet that you don't have any of them left by the time we're done with this episode, because you're going to need to clear out the flavors from some of these potato chips.
Yeah, we should have padded more before we got to these. So,
But we have from China, from Thailand, and from Maryland, also an exotic location. From Thailand, shrimp and seafood sauce, 2 in 1.
and then we have Danny's already
From
showed us.
China, spicy duck neck.
Oh.
And now, give me a minute because I want to make sure.
And from America, we have the Utz Chesapeake Bay crab.
And this is the one Studio Cat really wants, the crab chips.
Okay, let's save the potential worst for last here. Let's start with the shrimp.
Which is the potential worst?
Yeah,
Which is the potential worst?
The duck neck.
The
How
duck
can-
neck?
Yes.
I don't think that, but we'll go with.
Fine. Look, you know what? Heather's in the chat. Heather, our good friend Heather, and she's from Maryland. So let's start with those.
Okay, we can start with those.
The
We're
crab.
gonna take you home. We're gonna take you home, Heather. It's the Chesapeake Bay, but we don't have the actual crab. We have potato chips that are flavored like your hometown crab. Now, honestly, I don't even know what makes a Chesapeake Bay crab different from a regular crab. But based on Brian's face, it's not good.
I don't know.
It's not terrible. I guess it tastes like crab.
That's kind of.
It's got a little spice at the end.
Yeah.
I haven't got that yet, but I'm sure I'll get there.
Oh man, that's.
Oh, you
It's
know what?
salty.
I take that back. You know what I just did? I accidentally ate the duck.
Oh,
So spoiler, like that's better than I thought. But now I'm onto the like. Oh yeah, I'm like, is that crab? Wait, I'm like, it tastes more like a Chinese crab. That's
it
why.
tastes like crab seasoning, and it's very
Okay.
salty.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever need a chip that tastes like this. Kind of like, turkey. I like turkey, but turkey chips, I don't know if I need that.
We've had much worse, including
Yeah.
squid chips, and not just.
Honestly, like I just accidentally ate the duck. It was better than the crab.
This is a little fishy, as you would expect with crab, and very,
No.
Very salty.
very, very seasoned.
See, I thought these would be the least offensive, so I want them to be the middle buffer. But
Let's do the duck. Do the
which one
duck.
do you next?
Do the duck because I already ate it.
You already, yeah, we can do that. Well, I'm so scared.
I'll eat another one.
Oh no!
Fine face.
Oh,
I kind of like these.
It kind of smells like roast duck.
It's hoisin with a little bit of heat at the end. Maybe a lot of heat. We'll see what Brian thinks.
I'm not really getting heat. Oh, there's the heat.
Yeah,
It
it
does
sneaks
sneak
up on you. It smells like Chinese barbecue.
Yeah.
Not
Oh.
bad.
Oh.
I'm not going to eat them all, but not bad.
Right? The heat, like the spicy of the duck neck, definitely comes up on you.
Yeah.
I'm going to cleanse my palate with the Snickers now because I ate a few of them.
I mean, they taste like.
I'm glad that all of a sudden I'm happy that there's 4.
Oh, I would not choose to eat those, but I suppose if you like duck, you would probably like them.
If you like Peking duck, yeah.
And now
if
we
you
got
notice,
shrimp and dip.
these are Thai shrimp. Yeah, that is a it's called seafood sauce. It's a Thai seafood sauce. And if you notice, the shrimp on the package here still have their head on, so that's nice.
Oh yeah, sucking on shrimp heads is a thing.
My sister would be very disturbed because she loves shrimp, but if she sees those little eyes, she is out.
Wait, is Bryan phase take a shot now? Is that what's going? People are saying take a shot.
Yeah.
So Bryan.
I mean, don't do a marathon of us. So these have ruffles. These are ruffles.
I caught the subtext here. These are going to be spicy, aren't they?
I would guess.
I already ate some.
Oh, that was a strong shrimp.
Oh, that just punches you in the tongue right away.
It's very shrimpy smell.
Whoa.
I love shrimp, but that is like... That's like a big bowl of old shrimp.
I think the smell's worse than the taste.
Oh, you know what? Like
a bigger reaction than I did there.
The smell is like a big bowl of old shrimp. Danny's right about that.
Yeah, like when you like when you're at the buffet and you get you take your plate and you just pile it with peel and eat shrimp, and then you've eaten all the shrimp, you just have like all of those like shells that have been sitting out there. This smells like that.
No. Oh.
Guys, there's 3.
There's 3 of them.
Oh my. Oh my.
Kill them all.
No.
Okay. So I suppose that means we're going to play our little game of FMK Frolic with Mary or Kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the chat is taking 2 drinks when you get Danny face because you don't see it as much, but when you do, it's who?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Go for it, Dan.
So, I mean, to me, this is all really obvious. I am killing that shrimp. Like that. Whew. Like I don't mind.
Faces.
I don't mind a little pain sometimes, but that was gross. And that was surprisingly gross. That was like, you go home, you're like, God, how bad could this be? And then you're like, oh no. Like, oh no. Like, I'm just done.
Like right away you have that bad taste in your mouth? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I know this seems weird, but you know what? Just stop and leave before I kill you. Like, that's where we are with this. It's 2 in 1. It kind of promised, like, it's going to be a threesome. The 2 of us, like, the shrimp, the sauce, and me. And so, like, they lured me in, and I realized that if I let anything continue, I was probably going to lose a kidney. Like,
yep.
I'm killing them. I'm killing them before they kill me, and I'm in the bathtub of ice. The Chesapeake baked crab, it's salty, it's flavorful, it's fine. It's nearby. I'll frolic with it. I'd mess around with it. But for Mary, you know what I love? A little necking is always fun, and it turns out a lot of duck necking. Like, I love hoisin. Like, I have been known to sometimes you do like a pulled pork or like pulled chicken with barbecue sauce. I'll sometimes just like use hoisin as my barbecue sauce. I just love hoisin, and this was like hoisin and spice. It was really, I really liked it. I'm terrified of that fact, but I really liked it. I am gonna marry the spicy duck neck lays.
Okay. You want to go, Bryan, or you want me to?
I'm ready to go next.
Okay.
I'm also gonna keep eating Snickers to cleanse my palate because I feel dirty after all of this.
Yeah, my Snickers are sadly gone now, but I don't think I will need them again. Okay, I am also going to kill the shrimp because there was just nothing that was appealing here. The smell, the taste, the concept, nothing about it. Just said, give me attention. So, nope, I'm just going to kill you and let's put us both out of our misery here with that. I am going to marry the Chesapeake Bay chips, mostly because,
They're from Maryland?
Yes. Thank you for stealing my joke.
Oh, really? It just popped into my head. I had to.
Yeah, because I was giving it attention, and Big Daddy came with a shotgun and was like, "You're gonna marry land here, boy." That's
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that means I'm going to frolic with the spicy duck neck, and exactly, Danny. Like some necking is always good. You know what? I'm definitely not going to marry, but I'm not that particular with when it comes to the necking. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be a poor life choice, but in the moment, it's going to sound like a good idea.
Well, you know what happens if it gets like too heated? Duck.
Oh God. Okay, I guess it's my turn, and I'm going to agree with both of you on killing the shrimp ones. 'Cause as much as I like shrimp and shrimp flavor, that is not a good shrimp flavor.
And so now you're picking sides. You're either going to agree with me or you're going to agree with Brian.
No, and that's really sad because
That tells me it's me. If it's super sad, it's probably
Yeah,
me.
if she's regretting it, yeah, she's
probably
on
me.
side.
yeah, it is because I'm frolicking. I just found the crab too salty, and that's just not good for me. And
No.
being a little salty is fun to be around, but it gets annoying really fast.
Oh, believe me, I know. I am salty.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, carefully, we don't want family drama there.
No. I am pretty salty. I know what it's like.
And the duck neck is savory with a little bit of heat, and it's a little rich. And who doesn't want a little rich?
Right. I would not have guessed that two of us would marry the spicy duck neck Lay's.
Ah.
Also, it has. Can you just take the packaging out again, Amy? Because
Yeah.
I can't get enough of this. Lay's does the face thing on my Facebook. One of my friends actually photoshopped my face onto a bag of Lay's, but these have a duck and its neck.
Duck.
Yeah, it's there's actually the brand is down on the bottom there, but that is a duck from China, a cartoon character, and it's on the bag, and
You
that's
notice the
amazing.
ring? It's a love ring.
Yes, and if you look at the very bottom of the bag, Amy, if you can get that really close to the camera, you'll notice that like in the yellow, there's all of these little ducks as well. You see them kind of darker.
Oh, I see. Okay.
No. Yeah, there's lots of little ducks on the bag. There's little duck outlines.
But you're going to eat the cute little ducklings.
Right, that to me is the most amazing part, is that it's super adorable. And then you eat not the whole duck, just its neck.
People like chicken necks and turkey necks, so I actually don't think duck necks that weird.
It's not that it's weird to eat, it's that it's weird to make a flavor so specific.
Well,
Mhm.
sure. I can give you that.
It's like calling it, like instead of having pork chips, pork butt chips.
Yeah.
Pickle-
But like not like pork butt, which is really shoulder, like the actual like poop hole. I'm trying to keep it family friendly.
Why do you keep
You're doing
going?
great.
We're going to eat
Thanks.
Milky Way now. And we have two
Oh,
of
yeah.
them, and they're actually different.
They're very different.
Yes, the international Milky Way and the U.S. Milky Way, which it's so funny that the United States is so far off, so far removed from so many international brands of the same product.
Yeah,
Not
and
only
these
is there
actually,
a typical packaging size difference,
yeah,
there's a difference with the bars.
yeah.
Well, the classic, for us, the classic Milky Way, let's just go ahead and refresh our memories on that. Now, this is really a no-frills candy bar for me. It's just caramel and nougat and chocolate. It's fine, but usually I'm not going to pick this one if I'm going to eat a candy bar.
I love this one. That's the reason I don't buy them, because I would just eat them.
I mean, it's a Three Musketeers with a
With caramel.
little extra.
Mhm. All right, now the UK Milky Way is smaller, so it's losing points right there. But let's see.
It's also made by Mars versus Hershey, I believe.
Now this is just chocolate and nougat. This is like what we would call a Three Musketeers.
I don't think it's as whipped as a Three Musketeers.
I agree with you. It's not quite as creamy.
It's the more dense nougat. It's the better nougat.
If, that makes me wonder, Amy, if you had Three Musketeers, would you whip them?
If I dipped them,
Whip them. You said it's
Oh.
more whipped than Three Musketeers. So it's like, if you had Three Musketeers, would you whip them?
no. No.
Okay, so maybe we should have compared these to the Three Musketeers.
You should have brought one more in.
But saying these are in name and shape, they are the twins. So which one do you both think is the good twin, evil twin?
I have to think about this one.
Well, I will. I'm going to surprise myself. I'm going with the American candy for a change. I'm going to say the
Which
American
one?
Milky Way is the good one because it's got more variety and it's got a little bit better chocolate. The chocolate's a little bit thicker, but not too thick. And I love caramel and nougat, so it's kind of hard for me to say it's the evil one when it's got three things I love.
For me, and I'm surprised because, typically international is superior, but in this case, the Milky Ways, I have to go with the U.S. because it has caramel. You get more ingredients. More stuff is better, more free stuff. Also, I do think I like the nougat a little bit better.
Yeah, you know what? It's very rare that we're unanimous here, but the European Milky Way, it's fine. It's remarkably unremarkable. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm unsatisfied with it. I mean, because nothing satisfies you like a Snickers, but I'm not like, yeah, that hit the spot. You know what I mean? Like, I would eat that. I'd be like, so I just ate candy, but like, what did I get out of it?
If you
I
give
didn't
it
really
to me,
get.
I'm going to eat it, but I'm not going to go seek it out.
It's
But
like eating a butter cookie. Like, it's like fine, but it's just kind of there.
But butter cookies, you can at least make up for in quantity.
You're saying
Like-
you can eat a whole bunch of these? You could.
No, I'm saying butter cookies. You give me the tin of butter cookies. That is like one of my guilty pleasures. If you gave me a whole tin of these, I would be like, how soon is Halloween? Because the neighborhood kids are getting them.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. And I feel like even if we were comparing it with the Three Musketeers, I do think I would like the American just a little bit better.
Yeah, this one,
too.
you know what? Generally, like the Japanese Kit Kats are very small, but they pack a lot of flavor. Where like a couple bites of them, you're like, oh yeah, I see what they were going for. Like that's a good little snack. This is smaller, but less isn't more here.
Right.
It's blander.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just for a more sophisticated palate that wants subtle flavors. But if I want subtle flavors in candy,
I'm going to a
please get me
chocolatier.
help.
I'm not
Get me
going
help.
to a vending machine. And Brian's still chewing.
Yeah, well, of course, there's food in front of me I'm eating.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't. Did you eat all 4 Snickers squares?
Yeah, they're gone.
Did
Nope.
you finish the Milky Ways?
Nope.
I'm asking Brian. Do you have any Milky Way left of either one?
Nope.
No. Okay, so that's 3 candy bars. Well, the chips, I'm guessing you probably got left over.
Yeah, I forgot to eat the rest of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those can go with the apple cider chips.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. After I do photos, the American Milky Way will be the first one to disappear here.
The shrimp chips are going to be the first ones to disappear here because I'm putting them into the fire. I'm going to throw them right into the fireplace behind Brian. I'm going right I'm like, Brian, the fireplace looks like it's already lit. I am coming to your house and I am throwing the bag of chips right into that fireplace.
And it's going to be just black smoke everywhere. It's going to be like an episode of Lost.
Yeah, they're going to be like, is there a new pope?
Yeah.
And the color of the smoke changes. Like, it's going to be like that.
I'm impressed that you know that, Danny, since you already said earlier.
Because I'm all Hanukkah'd up. I am multicultural. I'm so glad you got that installed, though, Brian. It looks really nice.
Yeah, it's just in time for Christmas. It's cheaper than buying a heater.
I suppose.
Yeah, but that's our episode this week. Next week, it's the end of the year, and we have something that you may have missed in 2020, or maybe not. But we have a snack.
Are you trolling us?
I'm going to make you laugh next week. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no, Brian, that almost sounds like a challenge rather than a promise.
Well, it's the packaging that's making the promise, not me. So, but yeah, that's a little teaser for next week.
Okay, on that note, like Brian and Danny said, thanks for listening, and till the next
We'll talk to you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
thank you, YouTube.
Yes, thank you for checking us out this
I
week.
didn't even say hello to everybody. We have a lot of people in the chat today.
Yeah. We appreciate you all.
Yes, and a lot of people have been checking us out after the fact, so thank you to those of you who have been finding us recently as well.
Yeah, join us live if you want, but if not, it's totally fine. We're still giving you a shout out.
Yeah, we leave the videos out there because we want everybody to watch.
And
there
watching.
are definitely things where like you can listen, like, and it's fine, like you'll get everything, but you get that extra added.
Yep.
The Danny face, the face where I have those shrimp.
Yeah.
I wish we were acting.
Yeah, I know. It is funny, like the evolution where like we used to try everything before the episode, and then this was just something that we shared among the three of us, the horrible reactions, and there were so many.
I bet people would like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
At first, there were concerns about eating and crunching and crinkling on camera and on microphone, and now we're like, yeah, whatever.
But it turns out what I refer to as the Evel Knievel effect.
Yes.
Like, you don't want us to die, but if we do, you want to see it.
Yeah, the apple pie Kit Kat episode, which featured the Fiery Five being boozled. That's the closest I think I've come to death.
And you survived it.
I did, yeah. I'm still
We ate the hottest one first. That's okay.
Yeah.
2 of us did.
I think Durian is the closest Amy has ever come to death.
Yes.
And,
I think all of us. I mean, honestly, that's the closest we've all come to throwing up on the show.
Yeah. And how long does your car smell, Brian?
Yeah. Oof.
Don't package durian things in your car. Put durian packages in your car that are even slightly opened. Your car will reek for days.
Yep. And don't throw the leftovers in Amy's garbage. Learn that lesson.
They were double ziplocked, and I still had to immediately bring them out of the house. I could smell it from the basement. I'm like, oh no.
Fun fact, we do have more durian coming up on a future episode. So make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and ring that dinner bell so you will know next time we go live.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you in a few days. Don't tell everyone else listening. We're recording early. So take care. We'll see you next time.
And we're done. Sorry about that. I hit